Hi everybody, I'm Gary Sieber and welcome to the 2020 coronavirus pandemic version of Running with Spoons to support Bashor Children's Home.
That's a good title for it, I think. And I'm Joshua Short, and like every other activity these days, we can't put a bunch of people together in the same room without risking either a super spreader infection or having Steve Raikkonen stick his fingers in everyone's casserole to make sure they meet the health standards.
That's been known to happen, yeah. So while your MCs might be considered a little bit artificial, the food is real, and so is the money that we'll be raising tonight for the kids at Bashor. But first...
Oh no, let me guess. You're gonna do some poem or something.
Yeah. How did you know that?
I just worked with you a few times. I think I have ESP, and I've seen a few of your appearances by now. But hey, if you're gonna do a poem, can I get a word or two in?
Okay. We can do that, but you got to think of some words that rhyme. Can you do that?
I think I can put my freestyle to the test. I think I can handle that.
All right. We're going to check your rapping skills here. Okay, here we go. Welcome to Running with Spoons again, though somewhat controversially. Our chefs are still making fabulous dinners.
But this year we're eating them virtually.
Ooh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I like that. All right, so we got to keep that going now.
Okay.
Here we go. Second verse. We couldn't do our normal events in a pandemic, we therefore decided we're going to have a quarantine party.
And ain't nobody invited.
Well done, I like that.
It just catches on like that.
I gotcha. Yes, lots of people's dinner plans have suddenly gone kaboom.
The Rodino family, for instance, meatballs don't taste quite the same on Zoom.
On Zoom. I have a feeling, though, that they can be good even on Zoom. Yeah. Chef Tim Markle, in preparation, asked a grocery clerk with a smile, I'm making desserts. Where can I find some nuts?
She said the toilet paper aisle, if they have toilet paper.
That's where all the nuts hang out. All right, so true. Don Phillips knows how to promote social distance. He can make other people retreat.
Yeah, just eat one spoon of his garlic yogurt and boom, no one within 6 feet.
I'm not getting anywhere close to that. My poems don't seem to get any better each year, do they?
No, but you know what, Gary? I will admit they do seem to get longer. And speaking of someone who's been at Bashor Children's Home longer than most of us can remember, it's our pleasure to introduce a man who wears many hats, including a chef's hat tonight.
Yes, indeed. Please welcome, with some opening thoughts and thanks, Bashor Children's Home CEO, the one and only Don Phillips.
I am thrilled to be able to share two of my great passions with you tonight. The first and most obvious passion is Bashor Children's Home. What a truly remarkable place Bashor is. The second passion is my hometown of Buffalo, New York. Besides being born and raised in Buffalo, there's another reason I picked chicken wings as my featured dish as a Running with Spoons chef. You may not know this, but for the longest time, wings of chickens were considered waste. They were tossed into the garbage. But then late one night, a quaint Buffalo restaurant was closing. The matriarch was a cook, and as only a mother can, she wanted to cook for her family. Problem was, she discovered that there was nothing left in the refrigerator. But she was so determined to provide for her family, she decided to cook what she had. She decided to cook the leftover wings that were otherwise bound for the trash. She wanted them to be tasty, so she fried them, added spicy hot sauce. Her family loved the wings she treated with such special caring only a mother can. Eventually, her wings became famous, delicious delicacies, not just at the restaurant, but worldwide. The story of Buffalo chicken wings reminds me of the story of Bashor's children. You see, for the longest time, these kids were uncared for, tossed aside, abused and neglected, often feeling unwanted and worthless. But if treated just right, with generous, unconditional caring, these children become the precious stars all children are intended to be. Bashor does not let children get thrown away, because we see what others may not see. We see that these children were meant to be. We know if we can convince them we truly care and that they are valued, it can turn their young lives around. I need to express how humbled and very grateful I am for the donor support that enables us to be here for children. This community supports children and supports Bashor because this community focuses not on what these children have done wrong or the wrong that has befallen them. This community sees what these children can become and wants to help make that happen. Your generosity inspires us. We are honored to bring your caring to those in need. I urge you to support the chefs as they support Bashor. We need your help in order to better respond to the growing need and to prepare for the challenges children will face into the future. We need additional space to take in and care for more children, especially girls. We have been urged by the state to expand our programs to provide a place for a growing number of girls who have been traumatized, many of whom are sex trafficking victims. So we have broken grounds on new facilities. Caring donors have generously made this construction possible. I ask those of you watching this to provide the additional assistance we need in order to furnish the new buildings. It is vital that the abused children, neglected and victimized children who come to Bashor see the caring of this community demonstrated in our warm and inviting facilities. Bashor is a place with a history much older and certainly much more important than buffalo wings. But the next time you try a buffalo wing, or whatever your favorite dish, think about the chef that prepared that dish and what a difference their caring made. And think about even more dramatic difference that Bashor's caring treatment makes each day in the lives of children. Thank you for making this wonderful transformation possible.
Thanks, Don. You know, this is the 5th year for Running with Spoons, which of course means there have been 4 winning teams in the history of the event, and we're happy to recognize all of them tonight.
We sure are, Gary. Jeff Rodino was the inaugural winner in 2016. Micah and Naomi Staley brought home the Golden Spoon in 2017. In 2018, Bashor chef Marty Blenner teamed up with Ted Burton for the title, and Amy Shaw and Trinity Gotham were the big winners last year.
That was a big one. Yeah, it was great. Congratulations to all of our champions. And now it's time to meet tonight's culinary competitors.
Oh, I can't stop salivating. Yeah. All right, all these teams are in the hunt for the coveted Golden Spoon Award, and that, of course, goes to whoever raises the most money tonight for Bashor Children's Home. Let's start with team number 1. Is the brother-sister duo of former Golden Spoon winner Jeff Rodino of Patrick Industries, of course, and his sister Jill Schnell. Both say they learned their cooking skills from their mother, Chris Rodino, whose pizza and meatballs, by the way, were legendary. Jeff and Jill hope to bring that same sense of family love tonight.
I'm sure they will. He's me tough. Team number 2 is from Genesis and appropriately has quite a creation story. John Wenger is back for the 3rd time this evening as a chef in our event and is still looking for that elusive golden spoon. John is president of Genesis Products and loves to grill. In fact, he was featured, his mug that is, on the box cover of all the Big Green Egg grills sold back in 2017. Josh Hendricks, meantime, of Creekside Realty, is a member of the Bashor board and was recruited to be John's wingman in this year's event. Josh is very community-oriented and enjoys helping in any way he can.
Yeah, Josh is just a great name.
You love that name, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Let's get to team number 3. Tim Markle of Heartland RV and his wife, Michelle. If Tim wins tonight, Gary says Michelle deserves all the credit.
Why is that?
That's because Tim has been spending every waking hour polishing his golf game, not his cooking skills, really. By the way, Tim had a hole-in-one on number 8 at Alcona this year and is reportedly still celebrating. I think we can hear him.
I think you had some inside information on that little bit of trivia. Yeah. Team number 4 is Will Pahalik of Indian Motorcycle in Elkhart's. Will is the sales manager and has been with Indian Motorcycle for 4 years, a creative type who fashions art from wood, metal, and glass. Will loves to cook for his family and teaches boys how to cook too.
Oh yeah, I bet you they can cook well. Team number 5 is the Bashor board Chinettes. We got Carla, Marsha, and Stacy. They were nicknamed the Chinettes by Don Phillips, of course, when they showed up at a fundraiser with formal dinnerware instead of paper plates. So they now wear the title proudly and work tirelessly for Bashor's kids. And unlike real Chinettes, they are hardly disposable.
Oh, of course now. You never throw that away. Yep. Team number 6 is John Ball, a former longtime Bashor board member. His wife Jennifer is his sidekick, along with fellow Birch Lake enthusiast Karen Curtis Miller. They'll be jumping in with both feet to stir up a refreshing drink tonight.
Yeah, that sounds good. All right, team number 7, Gary, features a pair of brothers who have promised not to fight for at least one night.
Right.
We are glad they agreed to that. Chris Bradford of RSM and Joe Bradford of Better World Books are here to show off their cooking skills. As you may have guessed, Chris is the accountant, so he's in charge of counting beans.
Bean counter.
Joe is working on a recipe book or maybe a bromance novel.
Bromance. Yeah. I see what you did there, yeah. Team number 8 has a pair of alpha males. David Smith and Paul Craven of Alpha Systems are back this year, and they've added an RV buddy to their team, Nate Nickel of Crossroads RV. David and Nate were chefs in 2018, but the golden spoon eluded them. We'll see what this trio is capable of stirring up for us tonight.
I can't wait to see that. Yeah. Team number 9 is another set of brothers, but it's 3, not 2. We got Cam, Craig, and Chris Erickson. Hard to tell these 3 apart, actually. In fact, there's wild speculation they might be the result of an early cloning experiment, but there's only one of them you'd want to perform surgery on. You trust me. We'll let you figure out which one.
I'm going to guess that's the doctor.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Let's just ask for Dr. Erickson. And our 10th and final team is Don Phillips and Marty Blenner. Familiar names. What can we say about these two?
Nothing.
Don is a fast-talking, big, squishy teddy bear from Buffalo, but don't call him that to his face. Marty's a rock star with the Bashor staff, board, and the kids. He's a past winner of the Golden Spoon, and obviously Don thinks he can improve his own odds of winning by simply sidling up to a previous champion. Even so, Bashor is a place that is always serving up love and comfort, and these two always put it all on the table.
Yeah, and not under the table either. We were just learning. Okay, before we get started tonight, we want to run through how the Golden Spoon Award will be awarded at the end of our event tonight.
Yeah, now you're obviously watching us on this live stream, but if you want to call a friend and have them join us in raising needed funds for Bashor, it's a very worthy local cause, as all of you know. Tell them to go to the Bashor Children's Home website, which is simple, bashor.org.
There, you or your friends should register to participate in tonight's fundraiser and be able to vote for your favorite recipes and chef teams.
You'll also be able to view the Tote board so you can see in real time which team is leading and generating the most money with their culinary creativity.
Yeah, keep your eyes on the board throughout the night. In 2018, by the way, this Running with Spoons event raised more than $430,000 for Bashor, the most ever.
High bar.
Yeah.
High bar. We'd like to do at least that much this year with your help. So far in 2020, more than $67,000 has already been committed to helping Bashor Children's Home.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's a good start. That means we need $213 grand more to reach the lofty goal of $1.5 million raised in 5 years. And I have faith that you out there watching right now, along with your neighbors in our generous local community, will come together, will come through.
Got a good feeling about that. Got a real good feeling. At the end of the event, the team of chefs that raised the most money will be honored with the much-coveted Golden Spoon Award. Woo-hoo! Gives me chills. And have bragging rights, at least until next year's event.
Yeah, the hairs are standing right now. Before we continue, we'd like to thank the first of our two title sponsors, New Way Construction of Goshen. This is New Way's 4th year as a title sponsor, and we can't thank this fine corporate partner enough for all they've done to support the kids here at Bashor. Take a look.
Is it the dirt, the concrete, the steel, or is it more? A true vision comes from the individual that creates. All the elements are nothing without the skill and ambition to perfect. Architects bringing you inside before the foundation is poured. Managers that obsess over every detail. Ingredients for more than just a building. This is a business, a tool for success. These are the builders at New Way Construction. We build on relationships.
That's great. Thanks again to New Way Construction, our title sponsor. Bashor Children's Home helps kids with a wide variety of challenges, and these days there's perhaps no bigger problem in the world than human trafficking. It's estimated to be a $32 billion industry, hard to believe, that preys upon the most innocent among us. In the United States, human trafficking has now become the second largest and fastest growing criminal activity. On average, one person is trafficked every 10 minutes. And again, that's just in our country alone.
Yeah, those are scary numbers. It's a big problem. We understand this. And it's a big reason why we here at Bashor tonight are supporting Bashor Children's Home and its efforts to provide specialized services to girls who have been trafficked.
Very important thing.
Yeah. All right, then. So who's hungry? Let's get cooking with team number one, Jeff Rodino and Jill Schnell.
I'm Jeff Rodino, here today cooking for Bashor Home. This is my sister.
I'm Jill.
Jill
Schnell.
She is actually the true chef in the group here, but what I cooked today was a beef tenderloin, something that my dad used to cook all the time. Pretty excited about doing this since we are the 2016 defending champions. Changed the marinade a little bit, not gonna tell anybody what that is. We started yesterday with marinating the meat and finished it up this afternoon on the grill. And it's all ready to go for everybody to eat. And then Jill cooked some of the side dishes to go with it.
I started making spaghetti carbonara, I have no idea how many years ago. My kids loved it and I've just been making it ever since. So it's eggs, and it's not regular bacon, it's a Italian bacon called pancetta, some garlic, Romano, Parmesan, parsley. Jeff did the broccoli. I think it's just a little bit of oil, salt, pepper.
Olive oil, salt and pepper,
Basic.
roasted.
And then I love a side of mushrooms with steak, so I like to do those with a little bit of butter, sugar, wine, salt and pepper.
Don't tell them everything.
I think that's it.
We're doing this again for Bashor. We were really excited to do it in 2016. It was a great cause, and we're excited to do it again to try to raise money. You know, it's really a tough time right now with everybody trying to figure out what to do when they can't have these, fundraisers, because it's really important for groups like Bashor to be able to raise the money to be able to take care of kids and do all the great things that they do every year. So we're really excited to try to help out. So we're hoping everyone will vote for us.
Vote for us.
So we can win again, because we would be the defending champion from the first year in 2016. So, really, it's a tough time of year for everybody, but at the same time, this community's starting to do really well again, and that should be a good reason for everybody to, get back out and start spending money, even if it's virtual. So, pretty exciting stuff.
Oh yeah, the Rodino kitchen magic. Oh, what's not to love about beef tenderloin and pasta carbonara and a little roasted broccoli? Good stuff. All right, now let's head out to Shavehead Lake, where John Wenger and Josh Hendricks of team number 2 share their really smart South Cove Supper Club home steak strategy. Wow.
Hello, I'm John Wenger. Josh Hendricks. Pretty much on any given weekend, you can find us here. Beautiful Shavehead Lake, South Cove, getting ready to have a great meal. Tonight, we're gonna have some restaurant quality steak, and we're gonna kind of show you our strategy to impress your friends and neighbors at home. Pretty much dinners around this neighborhood are always a team effort, so you can always find us working together. The trick for us is that we always go and we buy a full New York strip, right? I usually like to take most of the fat off, maybe leave a little bit. I think a little bit leaner. We found that we really enjoy thick steaks. What it allows you to do is kind of slice it up into thin pieces just to do it family style versus an individual steak. We pretty much around here just use salt and pepper, get a nice crust on there. Again, you can't really go wrong with getting that crust on there. So then I just kind of turn it all around, cover all sides, and then there you go.
All right, John, so you got this all seasoned. Why don't I throw this on the grill?
Let's do it. Kids are getting hungry. One key thing is, we always make sure that we use coarse salt, coarse pepper, right? On a big piece of meat like that. All right, so we've got the grill set around 450, 500 degrees. Anywhere over 400 is usually pretty good to get a nice sear on there. We're gonna let it hang out for about 8 to 10 minutes per side. We cooked this to about 115, 120 in the center.
So we've now pulled the steak off. We've let it rest for about 15 minutes.
One of the main benefits of doing a thick steak like this is that you can do a real nice thin slice and then serve it up family style. So we've paired this today with some Brussels sprouts, and then we've got a nice tomato mozzarella salad from our tomato garden over here that my wife Megan made. So we're gonna enjoy that with a nice little bottle of red wine.
I want to thank Bashor for allowing us to be part of this today. Bashor is a great organization. They're doing a lot for the community. John, do you have anything you'd like to add?
No, I just want to echo that really love supporting Bashor. Food's ready, let's eat. Shavehead Lake, South Cove, vote for us.
Wow, so easy and economical. Thank you guys. Now let's see what Tim and Michelle Markle, what they're whipping up in their Bristol kitchen.
Hi, this is Tim and Michelle Markle, and we are happy to be participating in this year's Running with Spoons 2020 COVID edition, live to you from our kitchen. I have chosen to make my crack potatoes. The reason I chose my dish tonight is because, one, it's my most requested dish by friends and family, always, and by my husband. Two, it's ridiculously easy. I'm almost embarrassed to even be showing you how to make it because it's so easy. And three, because the name of my dish is crack potatoes, and I pretty much feel like 2020 has been on crack this whole year, so I found it fitting. You basically need a bowl, a spatula, and an 8x10 pan. Do 2 16-ounce containers of sour cream. It calls for cooked bacon, but who wants to make it harder than what it needs to be this year? So in goes some bacon bits, 2 packets of ranch seasoning mix, 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. Just want to get these all mixed in well together, and then we'll dump in the frozen potatoes. Can you help stir? Because I'm a perfectionist, it all needs to be coated perfectly. Spray your pan real well, pour it in, and then you bake it at 400 for an hour. We are serving it with some excellent smoked brisket that I've picked up, but this pairs well with chicken, pork, steak, shrimp, fish, ribs, pretty much everything. Check this out.
We'd just like to invite all of our friends, family, and our extended RV family especially to join in the cause and help donate. Every dollar counts. Bashor Children's Home is a special cause for us to support, and we would like you all to dive in and help out as much as you can. We appreciate it.
2020 has been a rough year, so they could use all the help you can give them. Thank you very much.
Ooh, that's awesome. And the perfect point in our show to segue to a big thank you to our newest title sponsor, and that is Obico. Hey, if you need a part for a boat, an RV, military vehicle, golf cart, duck blind.
Even a duck blind?
Sure, they can make it. Jason Obendorf and his crew not only can make it, they will ship it all over the world. Roll tape on Obico.
All right, many people might think of a problem like human trafficking as something that doesn't happen here, but it does. That is important. We've got to continue to talk about that. In Indiana, the number of trafficking cases has grown from 57 to 157 in just the last 4 years, Gary. The average age of a person drawn into that world is just 13 years old. And once there, these children end up spending an average of 7 years of their lives being trafficked. We appreciate everyone's help here tonight in trying to do something about it and providing assistance to those who have been victimized through no fault of their own.
Well, let's take a moment to stand aside and show you the tote board so you can see for yourself how tonight's fundraising is progressing. Hey, keep voting. Keep donating.
And keep it coming, as you would say, right? In fact, tonight's cooking competition is a lot like an old-time Chicago election. I would know. We advise you to vote early and vote often.
Do they do that in Chicago?
Yeah, they do. They do.
So tell your family and friends to log on to Bashor.org to register for tonight's Running with Spoons fundraiser and vote with your dollars for the cooking team that you want to hold this year's Golden Spoon. And now let's head over to Indian Motorcycle in Elkhart and see what Will Pahalik and team number 4 are tinkering with for our repast.
Hey everybody, Will here from Elkhart Indian Motorcycle. I'm going to do a marinated bacon wrap shrimp. I'm going to show you how to make that marinade. We're going to go ahead and put a 1/4 cup of water in the bowl here, a 1/4 cup of soy sauce as well, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. We got the ginger in there, we have the garlic cloves in there. The last thing we need is cayenne pepper. So what you want to do now is you just want to give it a little stir, and then you want to add it to a pot and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. And then we'll put it in the fridge and let it cool down a little bit so that we can add our shrimp. Like I said, they are bacon wrapped shrimp. So earlier I did pre-cook the bacon so we don't have rubbery bacon while it's on the grill and overcook our shrimp. The shrimp actually marinated for about 3.5 hours. So you just go ahead and wrap it like that and we'll finish off the rest of this bacon here. I have the grill here, it's heated up to about 375 right now. And you can start hearing the sizzle. We'll go ahead and let it cook for a little bit, let that bacon get heated back up and let that shrimp cook. I had them on one side for about 3 minutes, and I'm just gonna very carefully throw them on the other side. All right, I think these shrimp, those tails are looking nice and orange, and it looks like they're getting nice and done. And if the bacon falls off, it's all right. Just eat them separately. It's all good. Oh, Bloody Mary, for sure. That's one thing you'd want to have a Bloody Mary with these. And in fact, you could even put it in a Bloody Mary if you wanted to. I think the last time I did it, I made these, I cooked them with ribeyes and grilled some asparagus. I have two people with me, both of them co-workers. I have Ann Shelley and I have JD.
So I've gotten to know Bashor through some of their outreach programs, the divorce education program that they do for Elkhart County.
And I've worked with them a little bit back in 2012. I did some women's self-defense classes with some of the younger ladies over there.
This is the finished product right here, bacon wrapped shrimp. Vote for Will and Elkhart Indian Motorcycle.
Absolutely. Cheers.
Cheers. Boom.
All right, thanks, Will, for revving up our appetites. All right, now for team number 5, the Chinettes. I can barely wait to see how these 3 women will spice up tonight's competition.
Good afternoon. My name is Joanna Gaines. I'm very happy to introduce to you 2 of my closest girlfriends, Martha Stewart and Julia Child.
You, dear. Lovely to see you. So nice to see you again, Julie. What a beautiful spot to make our 3 celeb chili. And we have such wonderful secret ingredients to share.
We do. You know, as TV celebrity chefs, we've joined our apron strings to help stir the pot for Bashor. So, Joanna, let's get the cooking to commence.
Well, we're going to start off with our organic ground beef that Chip has raised from a baby calf.
Our next step will be adding the European soldier beans. Stick that right in there. Okay.
And what is the history behind European soldier beans, Julia?
Well, you know, there's something about some eyes and shoulders of soldiers and the Holy Spirit and whatever, but we don't care. So good. Martha?
Oh, I would like to show that Snoop Dogg and I have a special sauce that we like to add to our chili. Snoop Dogg, we've become just like that. And Joanna, what do you have that's on your plate?
I'm so excited to share with you 2 today. This is my organic basil that was grown by the lake in my garden downstairs.
Perfect addition.
Beautiful.
I don't know if you know this, but for 2 years, cinnamon trees grow, and I have a grove of them in my backyard. So you capiche them, which is taking the layer off the bottom of the bark, and then I bring it in and I ground it, and you have lovely aroma of cinnamon, and that is my special ingredient.
So we're going to stir that together a little bit, but now to add the zip to the recipe, my little secret ingredient. So we're going to take this smidge here of some cumin, sprinkle that right in. Then we'll just add a little bit of salt.
Thank you, Julia and Martha. For now, we're going to simmer it on low until Chip or the cows come home. Chip!
Ladies, this is such a lovely setting to sit and break bread with my besties.
I agree, Julia. The table looks beautiful. I think we need to just add a special touch. I know, my fresh rosemary out of my organic garden.
Of course.
On the napkins, please. It is a good day for a good day.
Thank you so much, Joanna, for having us to your Long Lake home.
Beautiful.
It's been so wonderful to see you. It is indeed a good day.
Our limited edition cookbooks are available by casting your ballots for the Bashor Board Chinettes. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for supporting our kids and your generous support.
Bon appetit!
Thanks, Stacy, Marcia, and Carla, not just for the kitchen wizardry you just displayed, but for all the work you do for Bashor throughout the year, and especially in organizing this year's Running with Spoons event during an extremely difficult time. Now let's head up north of the state line and see what team number 6 is preparing. Take it, John and Jennifer Ball and Karen Curtis Miller.
I'm John Ball. I guess I'm the reason that we're all here. Bashor's always been for the better part of 3 decades, a passion of mine.
My name is Jennifer Ball. I've been associated with Bashor for probably over 25 years.
Hi, I'm Karen Curtis Miller, and I am connected with Bashor because of John Ball.
I'm Tim Bashor. I'm best friends with all 3 of these people here, and We're here to raise some money.
We're gonna make some cocktails. The first one is a red wine milkshake, and it is just red wine, ice cream, vanilla ice cream, a little bit of vodka. So we add some whipped cream and a stem cherry, a red wine milkshake.
This time we're gonna make a frozen pina colada beer slushie. So it is a whole can of pineapple juice, lemonade or limeade, the real coconut, 2 containers of rum, 2 cans of beer, just so it's not so sweet. Then you just pour that over as much ice as you want.
Next, we're gonna make pink Moscato and lemonade, so equal parts. Then any kind of lemonade that you like, add a little bit of grenadine, and then serve it in champagne glasses. Add some fresh mint.
This time we're gonna make a pear martini. We're gonna do for a pear vodka, 4 count, Saint Germain, 1, 2, and any sweet and sour that you like. Then we're gonna shake it up, strain that into your martini glass. There you go, your pear martini.
Next, we're gonna make something that's John's new favorite, a Manhattan float. I've already put together ice cream and Red Stag bourbon. It's black cherry. This is like a classic kids ice cream float. And then you add black cherry soda pop. And then you top it with whipping cream. Again, we use a cherry, and it is delicious.
The final drink tonight is very simple, a Malibu rum. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the Bai coconut water. And then you just top that off, a squeeze of lime, garnish, and there you have it. Our Birch Lake drink up, because we're a fun drinking community. Right? There you go.
We're here to raise money for the human trafficking that's going on in this area. But we need to raise as much money as we can for that prevention. So
Please contribute. Cheers.
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 Vote for the Lake Girls.
All right, Gary, now it's time to see what the brothers Bradford are cooking. It's now on you, team number 7. Let's see what you guys got.
My name's Chris Bradford with RSM. And Joe Bradford with Federal Books. Welcome to beautiful Baldwin Lake. We're excited to make a pulled pork sandwich for you guys today. We're gonna have a side of coleslaw. It's homemade for Bashor Children's Home. I took this pork shoulder and tied it up real nicely because we don't want it to fall apart. So we got about 4 teaspoons of salt. Let that salt sink into the meat for about a day. And then what we're gonna do is build our rub. 3 tablespoons of sugar, 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of paprika, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of ginger, a half a teaspoon of onion powder, a half a teaspoon of black pepper. I've got a little bit of rosemary, a little bit of thyme, and a little bit of oregano. Grind that stuff up so we make it into a powder. We're gonna add that into the mix. So we're just gonna mix all this stuff together. You're gonna do a little bit on this side, get it all rubbed in, get a little bit on each of the sides. And all this is gonna make a wonderful crust once you've smoked this pork for 12, 16 hours. We've got our smoker here, set at 225 degrees. And we're just gonna sit that in there, close her up, and it's done when the meat gets to about 200 degrees, just over 200 degrees.
Excellent. So today we'll be making coleslaw also to go with the dish. We're gonna start with about a cup of mayonnaise, about a tablespoon of sugar per 1/3 of a cup of mayonnaise. We'll put a little paprika in, mustard powder, celery seed, always a secret to it. Really wanted to bring fennel into it, a little salt and pepper, and then we're gonna mix it all together. I've got about a half a small cabbage here, 2 carrots, and 1 green onion. It makes a good topper for pulled pork. It also makes a good side dish.
All right, so we finished our pulled pork. It's come out of the smoker. You can just throw big chunks of meat into the stand mixer, turn it on for about 15 seconds, and it chops it right up. Anybody can throw out a regular hamburger bun, but the secret is to really make a nice crispy bun.
I'm gonna put just a little bit of butter because honestly, everything's a little bit better with butter in life. We'll get that on the fire. If you get close enough, you can hear a little bit of sizzle there, which is definitely what we want.
So we've got our finished sandwiches here. We've got the pulled pork. We've got the wonderful coleslaw on top. Close those babies up. We've got our taste tester Miles here, ready to chow down on one. Don't forget, vote for Chris and Joe. Baldwin Lake pulled pork sandwiches. Hope you enjoy them.
Okay, I can taste the coleslaw.
Well played, gents. Now, if you like what you just saw, vote for team number 7 now. You know a lot of people still think of Bashor Children's Home as a place for boys, and for many years it actually was. But girls are an increasingly important part of Bashor's mission today. As of today, in fact, Bashor has helped 21 girls from Elkhart and surrounding counties who have been subjected to human trafficking. Bashor also provides refuge for 68 resident children per day and 192 total children last year. Additionally, more than 270 children have been helped as part of Bashor's homeless shelter in the last 4 years.
Wow, that's amazing. Responding to some of the children's and families' great needs, that's what Bashor is all about. Okay, so let's step aside a minute and see how the votes and money are tallying. You know, Bashor doesn't make it all happen magically. It needs caring people like you to help with the lives of young women and men and get them back on the right track.
Yeah, and remember to vote and vote often. There's absolutely no shame in voting multiple times for multiple teams. Got a favorite team? Vote for them. Prefer a particular recipe? Vote for it.
All right, head on over to Bashor.org to donate and vote right now. Bashor needs your financial help, and our chef teams want your vote. And now is the time to get back to the kitchen and, kind of sate your cravings with team number 8. Sate with 8, they say. Nate Nickel, David Smith, and Paul Craven.
Hi, my name is David Smith.
And I'm Paul Craven.
And we are here to cook for the Bashor home. So I started off with a brisket, 11-pound brisket that I trimmed down the fat down to about 1/4 of an inch all the way around, and then I injected it with Worcestershire sauce and beef bouillon. Then I took all these different rubs here, put it in a bowl, and then rubbed all over the whole outside exterior of it so it would give a nice crisp, barky feel to it. And then put it on the Traeger once it gets to 165, 170, and then we wrap it with butcher paper and then put it back until it hits 205, and then it's done.
What we think is a great accompaniment to the brisket, today we're gonna cook jalapeno baked beans. Okay, so I've got the Dutch oven, it's been preheated on the grill on medium, and I'm gonna add some pre-cut onions and some pre-cut bacon slices. I'm gonna stir these up and let them just kind of brown up for about 5 minutes or so. All right, so I'm gonna be adding my northern beans, barbecue sauce, maple syrup, molasses, apple cider vinegar, Worcestershire, ground mustard, and liquid smoke, just a little bit. I'm gonna add my brown sugar, and we're gonna let this simmer on medium for about 30 minutes.
The brisket is now done. We're gonna take it off and slice it. So really what you want when a brisket is complete is a nice smoke ring right around here, which is that pink side.
Let's ask how Tucker's doing. How do you do, Tucker?
The dog stays fed as well.
That's good. All right, I think we need to run to the beans. So we've got a couple minutes to go. We're gonna add some garden fresh jalapenos. You can add these way in advance if you want it to be really spicy or if you want to keep it kind of PG because of the kids or somebody that doesn't like something hot. Just add them here right at the end. So we'll sprinkle a couple of these in there. Probably cook up for about another 5 minutes in these.
So now I've got our brisket, our bean barbecue for Bashor home. The only thing we're missing is Nate Nickel. He was supposed to be our third and couldn't make it today.
Yeah, we had a great time cooking the brisket and the beans. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Maybe try to cook it yourself. And again, thank you for all the support. Please, if you like our brisket and our beans, Bashor.org, please donate, support this. We had a great time. Thank you.
Good job, men. All right, let's see how you stack up against the other brother chef team of Cam, Craig, and Chris Erickson. Roll team number 9.
We're the Erickson brothers, Craig, Cam, and Chris. We're making Sloppy Joes from a recipe from the 4-H fair where we grew up to support Bashor House. I'm in the process of browning the last of the ground beef. It's a simple recipe. We're gonna put this in the pot with the rest of the ingredients and it simmers for 4 hours and then you have Sloppy Joes.
So we start with 20 pounds of hamburger, 2/3 a gallon of ketchup, 2/3 a gallon of tomato paste, 2 tablespoons of salt, a cup of flour, 1 tablespoon of mustard, a cup of brown sugar, and 1 chopped onion.
There, watch this. Let's shift that over here for the
a little more heat
for the simmer. Yeah. Back in the day at our home 4-H fair, they would get the fathers of the 4-H fairs to come in to stir the pot with a canoe paddle and get it well mixed, and then it's a 4-hour simmer. And that's presumably the magic.
I can't imagine trying to do this with a
canoe paddle.
Canoe paddle.
It's going to be by far the...
All right, guys, time to eat.
Sounds good. I'm no Martha Stewart.
I'm no Joanna Gaines.
And I'm no Julia Child, but I think these are darn good sloppy joes from the 4-H fair where we grew up. We're very excited to support Bashor in their mission. Please vote for the Erickson brothers.
Good sandwich. One of the best.
Yeah.
Love it.
Good. We ate this at the 4-H fair. Yeah, we did none of the cooking. It was a fond memory.
We just like visiting and eating the sandwiches, going through the lines. You know, what's better than 4-H food? Nothing.
I was too young to remember.
Oh, palate pleasing for sure, Erickson Bros, but I wonder who will top team number 10. I have to wonder if past Golden Spoon winner Marty Blenner might be just a little bit handicapped this year by his teammate, Don Phillips.
Can't make buffalo wings unless you got more of my secret buffalo wing sauce. My secret sauce, that's homemade sauce. More sauce, more sauce. You can't have enough sauce, Marty. I'm sorry, Chef. Yes, I will put it on more. Heavy. What? Hey, you missed the spot with the sauce. More sauce. You can't get enough sauce. You gotta bathe the chicken in sauce. Bathe it, bathe it. This more sauce, more sauce. Yes, Chef. Whatever you say. The authentic sauce, Chef. The homemade sauce. That's what that is. Special homemade. You missed a spot on that one. There you go. That's secret sauce. That's homemade. You're really gonna eat those things? These are unbelievable. Why wouldn't I eat them? This has got special homemade sauce. Oh, special sauce. I love sauce. You can't get enough sauce on your wings. Those need more sauce. Hey, on the wings, on the wings. Thank you. Very good. There we go. Oh. That's how you make chicken wings, folks. That's how you make chicken wings. Folks, it's time to get serious. Time to take the gloves off. Bashor needs your support. You can vote for this team, vote for any team you want. The children really need your support right now. It's an interesting time in our community. I realize things are not easy, but they're really difficult for the kids that we serve. We can use your help. Marty, thank you for your help in this video. I appreciate you and what you're doing here. Thank you, Don. And thank you, folks. Please help us out. Vote for Buffalo Wings! Yahoo!
Well, that was amusing, if not exactly cutting edge. Thanks, gentlemen, for your good works and, of course, your great humor.
Yeah, so there you have it, folks. 10 cooking teams, all vying for the Golden Spoon Award. Who will hold this year's honor? Get online, bashor.org, and vote now because the competition is just about to wrap up.
Yeah, that's right, everybody. Voting is just about to close, so please go to bashor.org right now and vote ASAP.
As soon as possible.
That's exactly it.
Got it. As we get ready to close down tonight's voting and announce the winner of the Golden Spoon, we'd like to thank all of our chef teams and especially all of you out there watching right now in support of Bashor Children's Home and its critical mission in our communities.
Yeah, in 2016, your generosity raised more than, get this, $221,000. And in 2017, the figure was nearly $290,000.
Yeah, that's right, Josh. 2018, call it an outlier if you want. That was a banner year.
Yeah.
Bashor's Running with Spoons raised more than $430,000.
Yeah.
2019, well, pretty close, $278,000. And let's beat that in our 5th year of this wonderful event for a great organization.
I think we can do that. And even though COVID prevented us from being together at the Learn this year in person, that doesn't mean kids stop needing your financial support to change their lives at Bashor. We are eternally grateful for all that you've done over these years and all you're doing again for us and those kids tonight.
Absolutely. Can't say that enough. All right, well, let's head over to the watch party happening right now and hear live who will be holding that golden spoon in their hands for the next 12 months.
Thanks, Gary and Josh. It was so exciting to be here tonight to welcome everybody to the 2020 Running with Spoons event. My name is Marcia Eppers. I am the fundraiser director at Bashor Children's Home. I want to thank our corporate sponsorship tonight, New Way Construction at Obico.
All right, congratulations to the winner
Hi,
of
I'm
the
Stacey
2020
Anagnos
Golden
on the
Spoon
fundraising
Award.
team as well.
To the
I'd like to thank all the chefs this evening for participating and opening their homes to allow us to come in and video and watch them cook their wonderful recipes for us tonight. We thank them very much. And without them, this night could not be as successful as it is for Bashor and the kids.
Hi, I'm Carla Morton, and the three of us have been on the board fundraising part with Running with Spoons. This is our 5th year. We missed Don Phillips tonight. He is our illustrious CEO and love his support. Sorry he can't be here due to the COVID. Thank you, Steve Rakonen, our Director of Development, Kristen and Lisa, who helped help us set up yesterday, Ron and Sean, who helped us set up, and Knights of Columbus, who was gracious to let us have people come in and do this live. And Stacy would like to thank one other set of good people.
We'd also like to thank tonight Antonio's for the pizza, Mini Delights, Gray's by Erica, and Adam's Cake Shop.
And so, without further ado, we're ready to announce the winner for 2020. And that is team number 105! All right. Julia! All right, we're going to get back to Josh and Gary. Again, thank you to everybody who participated tonight, and thank you so much.
All right, congratulations to the winner of the 2020 Golden Spoon Award, to the competing chef teams who cooked their hearts out on behalf of Bashor Children's Home tonight, to our many wonderful and giving sponsors, and to each one of you out there who reached deep in your pocket and gave with all your heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, Josh, it's time to wrap this thing up, but unfortunately, I'm fresh out of poetry. You got anything?
Sure thing, Gary. I'm always prepared, even when ain't nobody here. Let's try this. There's something about social distancing, both ironic and quite smart. The more we come together, the farther we stay apart.
Thoughtful. So tonight I offer the same advice as when we have nasty weather. The sun will still rise tomorrow morning, and we'll all get through this together.
That was profound right there. Because of your support tonight and throughout the year, Bashor is able to provide kids help for today and hope for tomorrow.
Bashor Children's Home board members, staff, and children all thank you from the bottom of their hearts and wish each of you continued good health. Good night, everyone. Glad you could join us.
Yeah, we are so happy you could join us tonight. Good night. God bless. We'll see you next year, hopefully in person.